A very good morning, everyone. My name is Dinesh Kumar and I'm from BMMW1/2. This is my metric number B09181043. Today, me and my group mates are going to present about the assignment we have done. Okay, moving on to the first slide. Okay, let me give a short introduction about sorting. Sorting is nothing but arranging the data in ascending or descending order. Moreover, sorting arranges data in a sequence which makes searching easier. The term sorting came into picture as humans realized the importance of searching quickly. In real world, things would have been a mess if data was kept unordered and unsorted. To overcome this, the concept of sorting came into existence, making it easier to arrange data in an order and making it easier to search. There are different techniques available for sorting, but for our assignment, we prefer to choose either insertion sort or selection sort. Okay, moving on to the next slide. The objective of our assignment is to make a C++ program which helps to arrange, sort, and calculate the percentage of subjects obtained by students in descending order, likewise shown in this figure. The percentage obtained by students is arranged in descending order, from the highest to the lowest. This will make, for example, lecturers or teachers' job easier to search for since the percentages is calculated and arranged in descending order. The percentages of students is arranged in descending order. Okay, for this assignment, the used algorithm is selection sort. Okay, why we chose selection sort? It's because in selection sort, the data is sorted by selecting, placing the consecutive elements in sorted location. Moreover, selection sort in general performs sorting by searching for the minimum value of number and placing it into the first or last position according to the order, ascending or descending. The selection sort carries out the selection and positioning of the required elements. And for this assignment, for each element of array, it tries to find out the maximum percentage in the right of the element and swaps that maximum with the current elements. The process of searching and placing it in the proper position is continued until all elements are placed at right position. From here, I would like to end my presentation and would like to pass it to my another group mate. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Ganesh. Now I'm going to explain about selection sort. What is meant by selection sort? Okay, let's see. In data structure and algorithms, selection sort is an in-place comparison sorting algorithm. It has an time complexity which makes it inefficient on large lists and generally performs worse than the similar insertion sort. Selection sort is noted for the simplicity and as performance advantages over more complicated algorithm in certain situations, particularly where auxiliary memory is limited. Other than that, in this method, sorting is done by inserting elements into an existing sorted list. Initially, the sorted list has only one element. Other elements are gradually added into the list in the proper position. Lastly, in this technique, the first element is selected and compared with the other elements. If any other element is less than the first element, swapping should take place. By the end of this comparison, the list element most top position in the array. Okay, next. Okay, now we see about how does the selection sort works. Starting from the first element, search the smallest element in the array and replace it with the element in the first position. Then move on the second position and look for the smallest element present in the sub-array starting from the index 1 till the last index. After that, replace the element at the second position in the original array, or we can say at the first position in the subarray with the second smallest element. This thing is always repeated until the array is completely sorted. Okay, let's see the example. Here we got 29. The smallest number is the 13. This thing is we swept the 29 become take over the 72 place. Then it comes to swap the 36 going to the last and the 98. Before that, all the smallest number, the 13, is come to the front, and the largest number will goes to the back. For the example, at the 98, the selection sort is showing the first 13, the smallest number is 13, the largest number is 98. Okay, let's see in the example now. The first position where the 14 is stored presently, and found that 10 is the lowest value, with the 10 the lowest value. After the iteration, finally the two least value are positioned at the beginning in the sorted manner, which I mentioned in the previously in the this thing. The 10 becomes here, and the 45, the largest number, become at the last. Everything have a pros and cons. So the selection sort also have advantages and disadvantages. Okay, let's see for the advantages. It performs well on a small list. Moreover, it is an in-place sorting algorithm, and no additional temporary storage is required beyond what is needed to hold the original list. Okay, let's see for the disadvantages. It is poor efficiency when dealing with the huge list of items. It requires n squared number of steps for sorting in elements. Okay, let's see the difference between the selection sort and insertion sort for this assignment. Okay, selection sort performs sorting by selecting the smallest element from the remaining element and exchanging it with the element in the correct location. The insertion sort performs sorting by exchanging an element at the time with the partially sorted array. Okay, if you got the question why the selection sort is better than insertion sort, why? Let me see. Because in selection sort, a simple sorting algorithm that repeatedly searches remaining items to find the smallest element and moves it to the correct location. Then find the least element and moving it accordingly. Then moreover, it also simpler than the insertion sort. Let's see for the insertion sort. It is simple sorting algorithm that builds the final sorted list by transferring one element at a time. Next, the transfer an element at a time to the partially sorted array. Finally, it also complex than the selection sort. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Divakaran Soppalingam, and today I'm going to present you about the coding of this assignment. As you all know, we have to begin this coding as usual with the standard C++ programming languages, which is this include IOString, include IOManip, and using namespace standard. And next we have type definition struct, and we have named the variable as student with a capital letter S. And following the next coding, we have to use the same student variable with a S capital letter. In case we have wrongly coded it with a small s letter, the coding will be wrong. Next, our initializer is roll number, string name, double marks, and double percentage. We have used now double because the digit have double digits. Next, to calculate the percentage for student, void percentage student array and initialize length. The local variable is double total, and then to loop it till the end of the array, we have to use for coding, which is the initialize I equals to 0, I less than length, and I plus plus. To assign total equal to 0, we have call in the variable as total equals to 0, and to loop through all the marks of the student, we have again used for, which is the initializer j equals to 0, j less than 5, j plus plus, and to calculate the total we have to use the formula, which is total equals to total plus array I and marks j. To calculate the average score in percentage, we call in the array I percentage equals to total divided by 5. So the selection sort must be in descending order. To do that, we have to call in void selection sort student array integer length, and the local variables is initialize max equals to 0, student temp, we have the variable is temp, temp, and to loop till the end of the array. In this whole coding we have used the for as a way to loop it, and initialize equals to 0, I less than length I plus plus, and to assign the value of I index to max, max equals to I, loop till n minus I, and again we have used for, which is the initialize j equals to I plus 1, j less than length j plus plus, and to compare the percentage we have used the if format, which is the array percentage more than array max percentage, and the assignation which is a value of j index max if more than max equals to j. And to swapping the numbers, temp equals to array, the temp array I equals to array max, and array max equals to temp. To the main implementation of this coding, I hand over this presentation to my friend Rakesh Kumar. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Rakesh Kumar. Okay, now I'm going to explain about selection main CPP. Okay, what is main CPP? Main CPP is a implementation file that bring declaration from header files. Okay, now we use here we use include iStream, include limits, include IO manip, include string, include selection h as our head of our coding. So what is include stream? Include stream is a standard input output from our coding, which is sync, code, and etc. etc. Then we see for the limits. Limits is a characteristic of arithmetic types, which is numerical limits in our coding. Then IO manip is defined as a manipulated of output of C++ program. Then include string. Include string is a represent sequence of characters that is objects in our codings. Then we use include selection h. Include selection h, because we use this because we bring some of the codings from our header files, which is selection h. Then we go into the int main. This is a body of our coding, our program. So we accept marks for 5 students. So here we limit is 5 students. Student 1, student 2, student 3, student 4, student 5. So 5 students. So code n means we space. Then code star, this we create star for our creativity. So code n space again. Then enter 5 student details. Code enter 5 student details. This is our main topic in our output. So we lead at the center. Then code n which is double space. Then code star again for our creativity. Then we coding is for integer I less than 5 and integer I plus plus. So here we use integer as our main. Integer means a whole number. So I less than 5 means our coding students not more than 5. The next is code and space code enter student role. So student role means student name, student number. Then sin means accept the input. So we need to type student role in numbers because we use integer. Then we code student name. Student name we use char means is a letters only. Then code and miss space again. Then for integer j equal to 0, j less than 5, j plus plus. This is for student marks subject. So here we use 5 subjects. So the subject is less than 5, cannot more than 5. So until the 5 it will be stopped. So we go to the next student. So enter student role again and student name again until 5 students. Then we go to the student marks for the 5 student. After that we calculate the percentage for student for 5 students. After calculate the percentage, we go to the short students based on the overall percentage. So we descending the order of our student based on the percentage, descending per percentage of the student. Then we print out the details of student. So after we coding until the half, we print out, because when we print out the details of the students at the output. So the student roll number, student name, subject, student percentage, everything will print out in the output by the flow. Then we use code n space, then code star, then code thank you, because after the coding finish we declare thank you as a creative. Then code star, then return 0. So our coding is finished. Then we go to the output. So this is our output. Enter 5 student details, then the star, then we declare start the coding. Then enter student number 001. This is integer we use for the student number. Okay, then the student name, the marks for the student, subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, subject 4, subject 5. Okay, then we repeat the same thing until the fifth student name Rajamutu. Okay, until the fifth student. Then we enter. After the finish, enter the marks for the 5 student. We enter. They automatically the percentage of marks student in the descending order. Here we just now we see for the student name Venu. Then now we see for the student name Dinesh. They will automatic descending order. They will automatically change. So this is a descending order for student Dinesh, student Venu, then student Rakesh, student Diva, then student Rajamutu. Okay, that's only. Thank you so much.